Okay, there it is, all its glory, upside down. Wooden dowels. More wooden dowels. And now,
you're doing good. I'm glad you live here.
let's slide it down the ramp. Easy peasy.
I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in there getting injured just like everybody else. Now, hopefully these aren't gonna slide once it gets down. They seem like they're hopefully not. So we can just get it on that, and then ease it on down just like the Jeffersons. Let me see. But what I was doing is I was.
Actually, always go from the back, from the to see if we can push it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, actually, the side door should be open.
Oh, I was gonna have fun.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Here it comes.
All right. Yeah, I got this one.
Hold on 1 second. I can.
Oh, it's hitting the ceiling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's gonna slide real easy.
Nice. Exactly what we need.
Yep. And then we got some room to pick it up on the end. You know, that is a gasoline engine. And there it's full of oil. Now, let's see. You can get on that side, and now we want to tip it up on end. Problem. Wait. And figure out how to get them down on a dolly or two. Probably crush these things.
Ooh, I'm not liking that lip here.
What's that?
That little lip over there.
This? Well, yeah.
I think that might be a problem.
What?
That lip.
Well, maybe, but we can kind of walk it back a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just go ahead and turn it sideways.
Oh, like towards me?
Towards me, actually. So the base is this way.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now.
Better.
Then once we get it over, then you probably want to come over on this side and help me let down on that because it's going to get heavy real quick. You don't want your fingers on that. All right.
I think it handled it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, I just had to say something about this. Battery cables are on upside down. I have no idea why that is. Looks like it's covered with baking soda. The negative ones are upside down also, so we'll see. That's what it looks like there. It's a mess up on top. Not sure what's going on there, but I believe that's what's left of a circuit breaker, and it's in permanent trip mode. We'll see. Upside down on the way home, all the oil drained out, so we'll see. Now, gonna be taking this guy apart shot. Can't buy any more. Got a few of them on eBay. Hopefully it's something that can be cleaned up. This is a twin regulator. It's the same thing on the other side. Now we pull this. Oh, it's not going to come up. Like that in the screwdriver compartment. That was kind of stuck. Doesn't appear to be now. Oh, it's nice and clean. Looks good. Let's see what the other side looks like. Very nice. I don't see any holes or rips. Put this side back together and take apart the other side. Alright, well the other side checked out pretty good. It was clean, but one of the valves in there seemed to stick. It's fairly free now. So took it off the plenum chamber, and let's go ahead and pull this apart and see what's inside here. So maybe I'll have fixed it on the other side. Maybe there'll be something terrible in here. Let's see, where's my little glass? Probably don't want to lose any of those. Now, see what's inside. Very clean, nothing looks torn. That one was stuck too. No holes, no rips, no tears in the gasket. Well, that's what that looks like. A lot of dirt in there. Apparently each side goes to each cylinder. So the back side here, that's the output. So when it sucks a little bit on it, what, it wants to shut off? Huh, interesting. Well, all looks good in there, so pretty much means this is not the problem, unless it was that sticking issue. I've got a pressure gauge coming tomorrow, and we'll see. We've got 11 inches of water column, which is what that regulator says it puts out, and the generator says it wants between 10 and 12. So we shall see. Alright, well there it is. Starting to think we got something else going on here. I'm getting overspeed, no part RPM sense of flashing error. So I'm not sure what all that's about, but anyhow, here's what I've got. It's a very low volume. Unfortunately, it's 11 water column. The gas is on, no switch. Got juice coming over there. We'll just go ahead and switch this on here. Normally I'd squirt some starting fluid down in the choke there, but let's just try it like this. It'd probably cycle 4 or 5 times, try and start and then quit. But I'm thinking it's being cut off. Not that it's not getting any fuel, but it's being told to shut off by no RPM sense. So it's not an overspeed, it never gets going that fast. Although I can do that with the starting fluid, but let's just try this and see what happens. Let's go ahead and do a manual. Okay, just gonna do it again here. Like 6 seconds or 10 seconds, I forget what it waits. That's being shut off. That's not running out of gas. That's dying. So I'll wait for it to pop this error 1 or 2 more times. And there we go. No RPM sense. Well, I think we're going to have to go see what all that means. I guess it's something different now. So, alrighty, fade to black or whatever. Well, there it is. And I got it to run. It was kind of sketchy. It's only test. That rubber hose. onto my latest tee. Got the gas on. Everything else is on. The shop is a mess. They ended up with another one right in the middle of all of this. We'll deal with him later. But at least it runs. So here's what it sounds like normally. So now for the really sketchy part is I've got here a panel box where I want to hook up, where'd it go? I'll find it here in a minute. Well, anyhow, I found it. There it is right there. And it is a outlet that I can plug into and the wiring to match in there. It's not going to hold that kind of load, but at least it's be good for testing. So I'm going to unscrew all those and put those on and plug it in and see what this baby is doing. I'm going to put it on an oscilloscope and a meter here. And I built this for testing generators, and it has a plug-in I need, and I can put some loads in on the side. And again, it ain't gonna handle 16,000 watts, but I know I can throw 6,000 on it. A pile of heaters, 3,000 and 3,000 or 1,500 a piece. So we'll see what happens there. Gotta divide them up between the two poles there, so probably involve a couple of outlet extenders of some sort or another. Alright, so what I've done is I hooked this guy up to that, and that's my meter set right here. And I got 3,000 watts of heater there and another 3,000 there on standby, but I'll have to do something about making extra holes. So it should start up. I've got the circuit breaker on. It apparently works. I was worried. It's all covered with battery acid. Oh, here it goes. Should start up. No, I don't want to run it too long because without the shroud in place it could overheat, but I can't put it on there because I got a big old giant car battery there that's in the way. So anyhow, it apparently runs and puts out power, does everything it's supposed to, and the next step is to hook up the transfer switch and try and fake that, but I don't know, I have to get 220 volts from somewhere in order to fool the machine, so all of this stuff is 220. So we'll see. Yeah, I know I promised you guys an oscilloscope reading. So we're all set up. I made some extra holes so I could hook up all 6,000 watts worth of heaters. I think they're all pointing the right way. And we'll turn on the gas. There we go. We should have some kind of action. Circuit breaker's on. Well, there you go. There's your oscilloscope pattern under close to 6,000 watts. Didn't even hesitate. I think I like this machine. All right, well, this is the next step here. And this is the transfer switch case. And that's the front panel. And apparently they had a lot of different circuits on that, and I've got way more than that, so I can't even use that part. Then again, turns out I have to. Originally, the utility power came in through this hole into these two holes. From there, it goes out the bottom holes into this grid right here. Well, I'm not using that. I want this to go directly into my current panel. No can do. Turns out that on your first transition, so power comes in here. The first place it can stop is a circuit breaker. There is no circuit breaker. So what I'm going to do So I've got a 100 amp breaker. Oops, sorry about the lighting. And I'm going to go ahead and shove it in here. Let's see, is that the right way? I think so. Come on. And I'm going to feed it in. The shore power or the utility power is going to come into that breaker, 100 amp on each side. And it is going to come out through here. And it will now go in through here. This power coming out, which is the common feed, whether it's let's see, I can't, there we go, manual switch. That's generator power, still comes out here. It's utility power, that's a pretty big spring, and it still comes out here. So these two lines are the ones that are going to be moved into the main panel, and the utility power will come in here to a circuit breaker, out here into the top, and I think that's the inspectors will be happy with that. So we'll see, and this is just getting started now. It's going to be another video for the rest of it, but this is what we got on tap for next, is hooking up this transfer box. And not the load panel, don't need that, but can use the panel for coming in and going out rather than going that way and out to all the different circuits. So we'll see how this all turns out. Alright, kind of a spoiler alert, I got to jump in here. That idea would not work absolutely at all. Number one, when they pull a meter, they're going to want a green inspection sticker on there to put the meter back. In order to do that, you have to have a certified electrician or something along that line, and probably about a couple $1,000 to run this Guardian here transfer switch as a main panel. It can't be done, not in code anyhow. Pull this away, drop it down there on the floor, is I need a service disconnect and that kind of panel, and it would show up right up here somewhere. This doesn't have one, so this was actually sold as a sub panel, which is how I had to install that. So what I ended up doing was moving all of the circuits from the main panel to here, which is now all these guys here. All of those there are now here. So I basically moved the entire panel, the circuit breakers and all, from here to here. This is still the main panel. It's got the main service disconnect right here, right where it was designed, and that's the way that is. If I had made this a sub panel, I would have to separate the neutrals and the grounds, and you'll see later that's a mess in there, and no, I'm not going to do that. It wasn't worth it to start off with. But in any case, this is a true certified sub panel. I got all my grounds on one side, all my neutrals on the other, and those right there are hydro current taps, and they come down here and they squirt out here, come around here and go up there and come around here to a transmitter that gives me a rundown of the electrical activity on either one of those legs. Kind of cool. So this needed to be as a sub panel, and so it is installed as. And I had to throw that in there because I didn't want to lead you down the path that is not going to be a main panel, and you cannot bring the service power in on a circuit breaker like that. So it would not be code. All of this is to code. I just don't have an inspection. So there's building permits and all that. That's fine. But as a sub panel, it doesn't need to be inspected in Oregon anyhow. So that's just to let you guys know. This was made after the fact as I'm going through preparing the video. I didn't have a clip where I was putting in a sub panel rather than a main panel. So this is definitely a sub panel. That's what it was designed as, and hence that's how it is now installed. So anyhow, back to my endeavors here. It was it was bad. So I could see why it cost $7,000 to install one of these things. So back to the video. Well, this is the hydro panel that I was telling you about here a minute ago. I thought I'd just throw that in there. Can actually see here. Let's see here. Get rid of that. An overview of your current usage and your past usage, and then your live demand is this one right here. Come on, pick it up. Maybe not. I gotta hit a reload. Maybe it's kind of touchy. There we go. And these are those two current taps, and that's basically just what they're showing. And it gives you live information and then a pictorial thing. So I thought I'd throw that in there. You might like that. They're not expensive. They're a lot cheaper than the Sense ones. And it doesn't require a subscription. Well, you do have to have an account because it uploads to the cloud. So anyhow, just for your information. All right, this is what I intend to do. I need this circuit breaker for supplying power to the sub panel. Here's one of the neutrals, and two more like that, about that size. And look at the big hole that I get, because I don't have any holes up there anymore, really. I just squeeze that ground wire in, and the neutral through that hole. I need to get some kind of something there, because whatever that one-time crimp thing is, but that's a big hole. So my intention is move these wires out of the way somehow. And then this is off and it's disconnected on the other end. But grab these two wires here and lift the thing out, and maybe that whole circuit breaker will just pop out. And then I can pull that out of that hole, and then I can bring my other wires that are just like this one here. I got two more. This will have a white stripe on it, and somehow go down here. Now, hopefully, there's a big fat ground wire on that. I don't see it. Huh? It's hard to say. But maybe one of those, because now I don't have any hole over here that I can put this one into without stacking it. And I don't really want to do that, but to get going I will. So I'm thinking it's one of these here. Oh, that's the earth ground. One of those has got to be it. So we'll see. All right, found out something here. On closer inspection and a little more light, I noticed there is a aluminum ground wire that comes down here. This one here. And that, fix this light. is right up there, right below the green wire. So that might be where that fits. But one thing I'm noticing, I don't see a neutral up there. I don't see it at all. Oh, that light is messing up the camera. I have to look into that. Maybe they're just using that as the neutral and no ground. So we'll see. This one here goes to earth ground. I think I'll cut a chunk of this off. It's a test piece, and see if I can get it in this one right here.